Howdy y'all, I am Ice Gold, and today we're doing Myth PvP again, and for this one, I went against a balance yet again. I know I went against balance in the last one too, but, you know, it's such a gratifying feeling to perform well in this matchup, no matter what school you're on, and in this one, I really made use of the triple threat, where I set up 3 different buffs, like a fuel, an aura, and a blade, or a bubble. You know, just any combination of 3, and that's usually pretty deadly. And being able to use the maple moose traps against the balance school is quite helpful. These traps can really just be such a boon to use, and you know, it's like this is an extra 35% damage on 3 hits for only 2 pips, which is kind of nice. So you know, it really works well with things like you know, blades and things like drop bear and all that. It's really good for combos. Like if you were to get an aura up and a bubble up, like I said, it's the triple threat tactic. You can constantly threaten a triple buffed hit by like just comboing them. And you know, like if you were to drop bear into a stone colossus into a ninja pigs, if you got the pips for that while keeping, you know, this up, and obviously having the moose traps, that is really just like a huge win condition for the Myth. That's been something the Myth has been doing since 2020, and I think it's just really great, and that's really how I got the win here. But I really owe my victory here to Thundersnake, interestingly enough. This card is honestly really good. There's a lot of myths that like to use Storm Beetle to break shields, and although this is a good card, you know, it'll like break a tower shield and put up a 25 blade, I like to use Thundersnake because if I'm using things like Tri-Blades, they work really well in conjunction with this, because if I get like a Spirit Blade up, for example, and I take a hit, like say for example a Stone Colossus, and you know, they get a weakness and a shield up, that sort of deal, I can just Thundersnake and break both at the same time, and then turn the life or death blade, depending on what I've got, into a 45% myth blade. And that was what gave me the win at the very end. I'm pretty sure if I had a 35 blade instead of the 45 blade that I did have from the Thundersnake, I would not have killed. And yeah, that really matters a lot. So that's why a card like Thundersnake I think is really slept on. Storm Beetle is just really good in its own right. You know, you don't need to have any existing cover blades up in order to, you know, get the other blade, but Thundersnake can also be kind of unpredictable. You have to get a Storm Pip for this, which can kind of telegraph it, but with the Thundersnake you don't need that, and it'll still give you that blade that's 25% stronger than a Storm Beetle. So you really love to see that. And yeah, I owe my victory to that card. So without further ado, I hope y'all enjoy this match. This, I believe, is a fire, if I'm not mistaken. A 3rd fire in a row, hell yeah. Guess you run Rebirth for traps, but I guess your matches are fast. Yeah, that's the main deal. Oh no, this is a balance. And what a hand. Somebody screenshot that. Somebody go back in the VOD and screenshot that. Could be interesting. How about I go for that pip? Stone's a good pull. I could also weakness. I think weakness may be the move. Go for a myth pip out of it. I could also trap if I wanted to. We'll see if she's running Rebirth too, because that's kind of mental if 2 balances are doing that in the same day. I have that in case I want to do it. Samurai, alright. Fine with that. I can take a bear. 1000 damage there. Let's get a fire pip, combine that, and yeah. Don't mind going for that. Yeah, big value there. Attenuate's also good, but I don't know if I want to do it necessarily. Might get rid of the wand. Spirit Blade's pretty good. I could do another Thunder Snake play. We could do that. It's looking like that might be wavy. Alright, let's do this first. Maybe we can wait out her brace instead of attenuating. Stabilize is also good. I may just do that. Because if I do that now, and she, I guess attenuates. Or yeah, no, it's even better now. That's good for me. That was always going to be the move. So now her brace is out. I also have that blade, which could be interesting. It's just if she, well, if she surges, then I stone, but, you know. What are we looking at? If that's a Starfall, my soul hurts. Oh my god. Maybe, I mean, she doesn't have a brace. So why not? But yeah, I'm not really going for a million trillion blades like that, so I see the Death Pip. Scarecrow's not really going to be what she wants. .1, pretty strong. But yeah, Regmyth ultimately is just the answer to this school. Scales, just as we thought. Reliquary here would be pretty prime. It's a little wild how this is doing. What is that? Pushing 1700 with no buffs, by the way, just so we're clear. Okay, we can. I may get rid of that, but yeah, we can do this. Another stone isn't bad. What else we got? That impair? That is. So I wouldn't mind weaknessing. Just while we run out this aura. Spirit Blade, I could do that. Might just be the wave. Oh, but she's gonna pact. Yeah, I don't like that. That means Scales is gonna do like 2,500 instead of 17. And she can do it back to back. Or actually, no, she can't. What can we do here? I think this may be out. But I don't mind going for this. Another weakness would be very helpful right about now. That or a stabilize. Those are important. There we go. Got a stabilize and a reliquary, actually. Quite nice. She probably takes the scales here. But if she doesn't, I'll stabilize. That's another 300 damage, which is quite nice for me. So here comes the scales, just as we thought. But I can stabilize this next turn. Yeah, this is gonna take me below 5k, by the way, just so we're clear. Or it'll leave me like right at 5k. So I suppose we can do that. I could also Toth if she goes for... Like, my next move here has got to be a hit, so if she goes for a shield, I'll Tothic Twist. Oh, but she didn't. Interesting. I might just Toth anyway. Yeah, no, I'm going to Toth. Boop. So this will help catch me up, and I can take a pigs out of this, or a stone, depending on what she gives me. But ideally a pigs. Two bands, pretty good. Another stabilize isn't bad. Right about even health. She's leading by about 400. But it's kind of just all on what she does now. If she goes for a shield, I will Thunder Snake. What's that? Alright, so Attenuate. We definitely don't want to leave that on us. So I'm going to do this. A double buffed Scales is already pushing it. Surge is not bad. What we got here? So that's what I think it is. Then I literally will just Attenuate. Crit block is massive. It's just the problem is if we Aura War for too long, or... Yeah, so I can do it this turn. But if she Aura's back, I'm just going to have to take a pigs. Thinking about it, but she would have to drop her pips for that. If she goes for a shield, I got Thunder Snake. But yeah, she did go for that. Which is particularly tragic, but what can you do? So I think we have to do that, and then we can Attenuate again. .2 buffed, by the way. Mythic Fuel could be interesting. Is that what I think it is? Okay, so it's not healing her for much, but I mean, still, man, come on. What are we doing? How about I do it again? I just fuel. And I'm threatening another pigs. If she does that again, like, I'll hang on to the Mythic Fuel just for now. Just in case she counters again. Okay, so... Tower Shield. Which means... it is Thunder Snake time. I would have liked to... I definitely would have liked to re-stabilize here, but I mean, this is just threatening so much. Like, this is a double buffed hit. And, I mean, the stone is pretty huge right now. She'll still have a brace. But I've got to get hit, no matter how you cut it. It's just if she shields again, we got an issue. And at that point, I just hope she doesn't, really. Something on me. Gaze, okay. So, I think I'll just take a stone and then surge. I think that'll be my play. I guess, though, we'll also have to see just sort of what kind of damage this does. Does a 9-pip judge with a bubble kill me? I'm not sure that it does. I think rather than go for a stone, I don't think we have that kind of time. Not the hand we wanted. But I could stone here. And it would do a ton. I could also bear, and it would do a ton. But it wouldn't do 3.6. That's the issue. I've got a triple threat set up. Okay, so she's shielding. It's just... I don't know, man. Like, it might just come down to... it might just come down to, judgment nonsense. Gaze. Yep, pretty much. Whew, alright. Come on, team. Triple threat. I don't know if it's going to do enough. Oh my god, it did! That's why we use Thunder Snake. That's why we set up that triple threat. Big plays right there. Beating the balance, that's always a good feeling. Does she just not have her... Or I guess the crushing pins might be better in some form or fashion, I don't know. For the crit. But yeah, that was a pretty good match. I think I'll do one more. I'll do one more this stream.